Mike, okay, let's get specific now.
All right.
Let's get into some specific. How many number 1 seeds do you got going to the Final Four?
Let's see. I have 2. I have Louisville and Indiana.
I only have 1 going. We'll talk about that then. I have Louisville is the only one. And that's the other thing I want to say. You got Louisville. I'm looking ahead here in your little sheet.
Yep.
Louisville, you got winning the thing. It's funny. I've seen so many people now picking Louisville. They've jumped on that. Give me a quick analysis of why Louisville to win this thing, because 10 days ago, people weren't saying Louisville. Granted, they won some games, but what is it that makes
I don't think they're an automatic. I mean, I don't think they're a perfect team, and I think they got the toughest region too. I mean, with Duke and Michigan State, and a lot of people are really high on this St. Louis team. They're all in that same regional. But Louisville, I just think that they have 2 really good dynamic guards that impact the game on offense and defense. And all their big guys, it seems to me, are getting better. Getting better at the end of the year. I think they're playing with so much more confidence. I believe in Rick Pitino as a coach. I think they're very hard to play against because of what they do defensively. They don't have to shoot the ball great because they get offense. They get points from their defense. And it just feels like the way their season is played out, they're right where they want to be at this time of year. It just feels that way. I mean, I'm not totally sold on them, but that's what I'm going with.
Okay, how many upsets do you have? 12-5 upsets, just in general. What do you see some upsets out there? Do you have any of the 12-5s being knocked out?
Well, I do have Oregon winning. I have Oregon, which is a 12, beating Oklahoma State as a 5. That's one. I actually have a 4-13. A 3-14 upset.
Who's that?
Which is Davidson over Marquette. That might be a reach a little bit. Davidson is very, very well coached. They run a motion offense, which in this day of ball screens and dribble penetration is almost like running the wishbone or something. They're very well coached. They have a really good player who scores inside and out. And I think Marquette is a little shaky. I think Marquette is a little bit of a athletic, but not really super skilled team.
I think they're very well coached too. Marquette's team this year doesn't have as much talent, but maybe they have more depth this year. I never want to count them out because I just think they're so well coached.
They're tough.
But Davidson has become tough over the years too. That's an interesting matchup in general. The team I have going far, I'm in the Final Four, is VCU. I think, again, going back to the well-coached, got some athletes, got some depth. I was torn with who to take out of that bracket. I think I'm going to take VCU to
VCU. Jay Billis also has VCU going to the Final Four, and he said he really likes their bracket and their matchup. I think Michigan is a tough matchup for Virginia Commonwealth. VCU has to disrupt you in order to score, and they're just an okay half-court offensive team, and it's tough to. Michigan is a very, very skilled offensive team.
Yeah. That's the matchup, and I see that as an upset there. But
okay.
I think VCU plays.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a great matchup between Michigan and them, and that's my sleeper pick. Really,
all right, I'll buy that.
I look at this. I'm going to start off. That's my sleeper now. I can't really find anyone. Miami's not a huge sleeper. The team I have going to the Final Four, and actually I'll talk about it in a moment, is New Mexico. I'll talk more about them. Are they really a sleeper? So that's what I'm going to really pull out of this for you. Do you have any other ones you can glean as a sleeper here?
I have UNLV winning a couple games. Okay. I'll give you what I think is almost the ultimate wild card in this tournament. Memphis. Because they're in Conference USA, which is a lousy league, which is with all these defections now. Yeah. Who's even in that league? They're never on TV. They're completely below the radar. But they're as athletic as any team in the country, and they have 30 wins. 30 wins is 30 wins, okay? So I mean, they're a team that I could see going to the Final 8, or I could see Luke getting killed in the first round. That's a wild card.
I want to pick Bucknell. They've had a great year in the Patriot League, but they're playing Butler, and a well-coached team again. I can't see.
That's a tough
Butler
game. I picked Bucknell, but I mean that's a really interesting close first.
If Bucknell was playing Kansas, I would take Bucknell.
Okay.
Because
all right,
they'll take it for granted. I don't see Butler taking anybody for granted.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Your Final Four. What do you have?
I've got Louisville, Ohio State, Indiana, and Florida. And then I have Louisville and Florida in the championship game, and Louisville cutting down the nets.
I got New Mexico, Louisville, Miami, VCU. I got New Mexico winning the whole thing.
Wow, New Mexico, your national champion?
Steve Alford, 3 seed.
You think the committee likes the Mountain West?